1, 2, 3, go!
Welcome back to Scale Tales podcast. I'm Callum and I'm joined here today by someone who's been a massive part of my Frisbee journey. She's been there like right from the start for me, every step of the way, every throwing session almost, like every night in the lead up to our first under 24s, like right here on this oval. We'd like come down and throw and run like every single day. And she's gone from small town Tassie to the world stage, played the last under 24s on the Stingrays, and then went on to get a bronze medal with the Firetails at Worlds last year, and then now co-captain of the 2025 Stingrays. So welcome Hannah Sheers to the Scale Tales podcast.
Thank you, thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So first of all, paint a picture for us. How did you get into Frisbee?
Maybe 5 or so years ago. Cal and I, we were part of the same friendship group, and we all decided to head along to this come and try beach ultimate frisbee thing. We'd never really played ultimate frisbee before, but we thought why not give it a crack, and so we headed on down to our local beach, and they held like a summer league there. Went along, got absolutely toasted by the likes of Liv Carr and some other incredible frisbee players, but we had an absolute blast, and I think that's where our frisbee journey all kick-started from there.
So how do you go from playing at like a small town local beach league with like 3-on-3, maybe 4-on-4 on a good week, to then playing on the Stingrays and then most recently winning a bronze medal at Worlds? How does that happen?
I think even though you say like Tasmania quite a sleepy town, there's something.
Right, yeah.
Sorry. So even though you say something about Tassie being a sleepy town community, I think there's something so special in having such a small community of frisbee players. I think because there's not many of us, we're very close knit, and it means that we can come together and be like really quite competitive, even though it's only in really small settings. We may not get to play 7-on-7 that often, but when we do get to play like 3-on-3, 4-on-4, it's usually always quite intense. And I think the conditions here, I think it's about to rain as well, but
currently spitting,
help really reinforce that, like, I guess that self-discipline to get on out, train, even if you can't feel your fingers and you're soaked all the way through.
So I would say you're like right up there in terms of one of the nicest people in Ultimate. Maybe a little bit biased, but I think you're like really giving Matty Zabel a run for his money. How do you flick that switch of like going from being super lovely and talking to everyone to then all of a sudden on the field, absolute monster? How does that happen? How do you get that like training with all your friends? It seems like a pretty tough transition for someone like you.
Yeah, it's a fine balance between like joking around with all your friends and then like flicking that switch and bringing out, I guess, like that animal. And like this is something that I'm still working on, being able to go from just jogging around to like, no, like absolutely no matter what, I'm going to get the disc and you're not, that mindset.
Is there anything that you like think about that helps that process, or it's just like you love sport and you're like, yeah, I'm just better than everyone and I'll just smile and still be way better than you?
No, I think turning into more of like a one-on-one contest can help me a little bit. Like if I'm matching up on you, I find it easier to be like, yeah, like no matter what, like this disc is mine, Cal's not getting anywhere near it.
Yeah, just push him in the back, it's alright. Just think about Abby Hecko.
Yeah, a lot of visualization.
Yeah. Alright. Obviously the Goannas are a team that you've been kind of constantly surrounded by, maybe like by proxy of me, and also like at Worlds and like through under 24s campaigns. You probably have more insight than like most other people in the community as to like the inner workings of the Goannas. What do you think the Goannas mean, and what does it mean to you?
I think watching with the last 2023 Goannas campaign, being relatively new to Frisbee and suddenly being thrust into this under 24s group of people, it was so cool to see the team and what looked like quite a rowdy team, quite intimidating, but like super competitive and absolute determination on the field. But then hearing from Cal like the inside, or like little parts of the Goannas journey, not all of it, but little,
some of it's off limits,
little snippets, and I think it was just such a cool contrast of like, wow, that's actually like such a wholesome group of guys, and the way that they're able to be vulnerable with each other and open up and have the opportunity to share things within a group that I don't think you'd otherwise get the opportunity to do is such a special opportunity.
Right, so Goanna's very, very scary externally, very, very nice internally. You should definitely talk to them. Everyone's hooked up for a chat, I promise. Cool. If you could see the Goannas do one thing on the field and one thing off the field this campaign, what would it be?
Ooh, like a snippet in a game, or just like a bigger picture?
Could be either.
Ooh. I'm gonna go on the field. I think be pretty epic with all the bottles and the Stingrays there. Hopefully we get some opportunities to come watch your games. But I think it'd be pretty cool if like there's a really tight game, maybe like a universe situation or something, and just to see the boys out there like flying, laying out, bidding everywhere, giving it the absolute all.
Cool. Guaranteed. Gonna happen.
Oh, yay.
Epic. And off the field? What do you want from us? Yeah.
I think just getting around each other. I think you can never take for granted just how valuable a sideline can be, especially in a foreign country. I think something we experienced with the Firetails on the Gold Coast was having the Dingoes there, having the Barramundis there, plus a whole Australian audience. Yeah, so powerful when you're standing on the line and you're hearing these amazing chants that the Dingoes have come up with.
Yeah, great. Go Team Australia. Alright, go round. I'm going to hit you with rapid fire questions and you got to answer as quickly as you can. There could be a prize if you complete them all.
Really?
Yep, in let's say 30 seconds if you complete them all.
Okay.
Prize on the line.
Okay, let's bring it.
Let's bring it before we get too drenched in the rain. Alright, first one. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yes.
Frisbee idol?
Liv Carr.
Coolest person in Australian Frisbee? Got her.
30 seconds is going. G.
Nice. Favourite throw?
Backhand floating up the line.
Nice, we just practiced those. Which Australian Frisbee team has the best kit?
Obviously quads.
Correct. Best quads on the Stingrays?
Oh, Stingrays. Ida.
Favourite place you've been to for Frisbee?
French Castle with the Stingrays.
Describe that place in one word.
Croissants.
When you're in a circle, everyone's got their hands in. Do you cheer on 3 or after 3?
After.
Which under 24s team is going to have the best results this year at Worlds?
Stingrays.
Nice. Controversial. I mean, everyone's going to get gold, obviously. So
True.
Yeah. The last question, and this is a direct call to action, by the way. Which one of the boys do you reckon you could beat in an arm wrestle?
On this year's?
On this year's.
I feel like I don't know them.
Do you need to see a photo? You just named like all of the team.
Any suggestions?
Yeah, Thomas Lee, she's coming for you, mate. Unlucky. Alright, well, Hannah, thanks for joining us on Scale Tales podcast. Better go to the gym and do some bicep curls. Tommy Lee, you're in trouble, mate.